Hey guys! So I was on YouTube today and I came across some old vintage Housewives clips and I'm like, I should put a video together giving you my favorite seasons and the top 5 fights from that season. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So every Thursday for Throwback Thursday, I'll be telling you from each franchise, New Jersey, Atlanta, Beverly Hills, Orange County, and New York, my favorite season and the top 5 fights from that season. So this is going to be Throwback Thursday Housewives. So we're gonna get part 2 started with New York Housewives. So let's get this bitch started. So New York City Housewives is my favorite housewives show out there. New York definitely took over Jersey because if you know, Jersey was my favorite. But New York to me is so comical. So my favorite season from New York is season 7. This season, this cast, everything was just so iconic. Like, I loved it. This is the cast photo. Like, this is when Bethenny returned and she just took over the whole entire, well, she's been taking over since she returned. But she took over this season completely. Ramona's going through a divorce. We met Dorinda. Dorinda joined, and you know we love Dorinda. She's batshit crazy. This season was just so iconic. This is my favorite season. This season to me was the best season out of the whole entire. It's better than Atlanta. It's better than Orange County, Beverly Hills, Jersey. This season was everything to me. It was everything. The producers, director, the casting directors. Good job on this season. So there were so many fights this season, I couldn't choose what would be my top 5 fights. There were so many fights. I mean, we had Bethenny versus Heather versus Ramona, Dorinda versus Heather, Carol versus Ramona, Ramona versus Kristen, Sonja versus Bethenny. Like, there was so many fights this season, I could not decide what is going to be my top 5 fights from this season. So hopefully you guys agree with me. I hope that I don't disappoint you. I hope that you all agree. Because it was hard choosing the top 5 fights. If you watch the season, you know what I'm saying? It was a really hard choice because every episode somebody's fighting with somebody. So if you didn't watch part 1 last week, which I did Atlanta's top 5 fights, after each video I wanted you guys to vote above on whose side you're on. So I want that same thing. I want you guys to vote today whose side you're on. So coming in 5th place, I have to say that it was Heather versus LuAnn. This is when they were in Turks and Caicos and LuAnn and Ramona brought guys home. And Ramona sent a guy upstairs to sleep in Bethenny's old room when she left to go back home. But Bethenny's old room upstairs was also adjoined with Heather's room. And Heather woke up to a naked man and that made Heather go crazy. So she barged into LuAnn's room and asked her if she knew about this guy. And LuAnn got so upset and she said her infamous saying, "Don't be uncool, be like cool." I think that's what she said. I might be wrong. But something like that, you guys. You get what I'm saying. Alright guys, let's check it out.
I'm waking you up. Who was this strange guy sleeping in my room? Can you bring strangers home and then you don't see them out? There was a guy in our room last night. This morning when we woke up.
We came back for drinks. And the guy that I was talking to and with left.
So what about the other guy?
The other guy?
Yeah, because she's blaming you.
She said you brought him home and that you...
No, we were all here together.
When you left with your guy, who was the other guy with?
The other guy stayed
explain
with
to me
Ramona.
what was happening.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
Wow. Rule 27 of the travel code. Do not leave your luggage or your men unattended. Ramona.
Vital behavior. Is she gonna chalk this up to she's going through a hard time? This is how she deals with it?
She's in the zone.
Oh yeah, I guess she was in the zone. The zone of irresponsibility. You know, that's like you do when you're like 19. Stupid like that. She's a 50-something-year-old woman.
She doesn't even give a
How would she feel if that happened to Avery? How would she feel if that was Avery? And Avery had a strange guy after drinking. I would love to flip the tables.
She was grasping for straws, Heather.
Right.
When you start bringing up Avery, who's not even there, none of our kids are there. That's the whole point. We didn't bring our kids. We took a house. We're not in a hotel.
I agree.
So we can do these things.
I agree.
What's the big deal?
LuAnn looks good in her bathing
Guys
suit.
back here, we have a good time. What's the big deal?
That they
You're upset, you're crying because the guy slept upstairs?
It scared me, LuAnn. There was a stranger naked in a bed.
I have no idea why he stayed upstairs.
So now I'm not allowed to be upset. Would you be upset about that if you woke up there was a strange person sleeping in the room
Not really.
She says it so casually.
Honestly, that's a real problem. You bring strangers back and you don't see them out, and now I'm the one that's not cool. They are strangers.
I know his name.
Liz David.
What's the other guy?
And what's his last name?
John. No.
Okay, so yeah.
James just said, I don't care.
Well, what the hell are you doing? It was Ramona.
Look, the guy probably drank too much and he fell asleep upstairs, okay?
But we
it's
don't
not a big
know.
deal.
Okay,
Come on.
whatever.
Be cool. Don't be all, like, uncool.
Don't be all like uncool. LuAnn looked good as hell in that bathing suit. She was looking sexy. I can see why she always gets men to be with her. She looks really good in that bathing suit. Heather was totally like, I mean, I get why Heather was mad. I'll be upset too if someone was naked next to me in the next room. But at the same time, I mean, I wouldn't have been like this like abrupt, this like storm in people's room and like, who is this guy? What's your problem? It would have been a conversation. Hey, just don't do it again. So yeah, Heather was definitely jumping. She was just going off for no reason. So whose side are you on for Heather and LuAnn? Vote above, guys. Whose side am I on? I am on Team LuAnn. Sorry. Sorry, Heather. I like you, holla! Yeah. You're on vacation, Heather. Just relax. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have fun. When I go on vacation, I hook up with a lot of... I won't finish that sentence. Let's go on to number 4. So coming to number 4, it's Heather once again, but this time she is feuding with Dorinda. This also took place in Turks and Caicos. Dorinda and Heather had 2 fights. I couldn't pick which one I want to add. There was a FU dinner, and then there was a fight where Heather left Dorinda outside the restaurant, and Dorinda flipped off at her. I actually thought that was more effective than the FU dinner. So this is when Dorinda got out the car, and she's like, Heather, wait up, and Heather's like, I'm not waiting for you, or something of that matter, and Dorinda went off on her, called her a bitch. Let's check it out.
How did you meet us here? Are you guys gonna wait?
I guess they're not gonna wait.
Hey, Heather, are you gonna wait or no? Are you ignoring us?
Yes, we are.
No, I thought we would all walk in together. You got here before we did.
I just was calling to see if you're gonna wait or not. Sorry.
What?
I just was calling to
Why
see if
are you fighting with me right now?
I'm not fighting with you at all, Heather. I just asked if you could wait for us to all walk in together.
I didn't even know you were
sorry.
What the?
Dorinda is crazy.
Oh, I'm so
Come back to reality. That's You want to talk for a second?
Yeah.
Let's talk for a second.
I don't know what that was all about.
Quit yelling at me.
I wasn't yelling, period.
You're yelling at me. When you said,
at me.
Heather, will you wait for me? I turned around and said, sure.
No, and that's all I said. I was running out to say hello, like happy. Like happy. I was like, hey, will you wait for me? You're like, what am I? One person?
No, I didn't say that. I turned around and said, yes,
you were very good. I'm never aggressive with you. And
yes,
you should be nicer. You should say you're sorry, because that was not nice the way you just treated me. I've never treated you like that before.
Well, I can't believe how you just treated me. So let's...
I said hello, would you wait?
No, you said, are you ignoring me?
No, I did say no. We can back it up right now. I just said I was ignoring.
Back it up.
At me.
No, forget it. You're acting like a bitch. Wow. No. I'm not a child, okay?
And don't act like one.
Right.
What the hell is going on? I'm not sure if this is martini madness or just plain madness, but something is wrong. And apparently I'm in the middle of it.
You know what? I'm so Team Heather on this one. She was, I mean, I felt bad. Dorinda just went off on her for no reason. Dorinda's crazy. And I think it was martinis. You know, when we all know now, because this has happened so many years ago, that when Dorinda gets drunk, she slits her right. You ain't done what you done, because you just back up now, and I'm going to cork you out, and you're a worker bitch. You know, that's how Dorinda is. I'm not good at impersonations. But you all catch my drift. So whose side are you on for Heather versus Dorinda? I want you guys to vote above. Like I said, I'm Team Heather. Dorinda was just losing it. She's cuckoo. Cuckoo! Alright, let's go to number 3. So, coming in 3rd place, once again, it's Heather. Holla! Heather versus Sonja. Alright, this is when they were going to Atlantic City for Ramona's birthday, and Heather and the whole group had to meet at Sonja's house. But Sonja didn't want them inside the house, and Heather didn't like that and went off on Sonja because it was raining outside and the limousine wasn't outside, so they had nowhere to wait except, you know, on the sidewalk, and Sonja would not let them wait in her house. So Heather went off on Sonja, and then Sonja and Heather went at it, and then Ramona was like, I can't! Let's check it out, guys.
In my world, I don't leave my friends in the foyer in the cold. In my world,
You come running up, basically,
you're a bitch.
We arrive at Sonja's house on a rainy morning for a trip that she's organized, and we ring the bell, and one of her many interns comes and answers the door and tells us that we have to wait outside because Lady Morgan is packing and doesn't want to be disturbed. Are you kidding me?
That's so rude. So
We're
rude.
not talking to each other, okay? I'm the host, and we need Ramona to be comfortable. So
Just have a glass of wine and
No,
apologize for your behavior.
You came in
You're
my...
rude to all of us.
Heather,
It's not that big of a deal. You have to let us know if you're running
She was yelling
late.
at me on
Period.
the phone.
Get a grip.
You hung up and
You
opened
made
the
us
bell.
wait in your cold, freezing cold foyer
They go
since
to Starbucks and wait.
10:30.
They go to Starbucks.
I'm clear with the message,
Sonia, I got it.
So then leave.
I got it.
You said you don't want to talk
Would you like me to leave?
No,
Would you like me to leave?
stay
Look
here.
at Ramona. She's so lost.
Because it's her birthday.
Well, let's just admit one thing. It's hard to get it together to go on a trip.
For who?
For
For
everyone.
nobody. No, it's not hard for me. It's not hard for Heather. It's not hard for Dorinda. It's just hard for you. This morning was a show with these lunatics from the get-go.
Sonia, you're missing the point. But I have dogs that can run out the front door. I have cats that can run out the front door. They can't open the front door. I have dogs. Stop! Enough!
Can't.
Hush up, everybody. I can't. I'm here to relax, okay? This is really bull. I've been sitting here and just shut the F up, all of you, okay? I want no more of this. This is my birthday weekend. I've had enough.
Oh my gosh, she's so red.
My life. So
Her face is so red.
This is your time, and so am I. Thank you. You know what? Yes, thank you. I'm trying to put a nice weekend together for my girlfriend, and all you want to talk about is how I treated you in the lobby. When you could have just been nice.
Sonia, they're two very
You
simple
could have been
words.
nice. I had a dog hit by a car. I don't need the front door open.
Just say, if you were waiting, I apologize that I didn't know that you were there. Just say something that resembles that.
I didn't know you were waiting there till you were running up my stairs. I didn't know.
So, comma,
Apologize
if you were waiting
in my foyer.
She said it. Did you hear it? No,
She's still talking.
I grow tired.
I grow more tired.
Sonia is so funny to me. Heather was a beast this season. I forgot how iconic and how important Heather was to the show. Heather was going at it with everybody this season. Vote above, guys. Whose side are you on, Heather or Sonia's? I'm on team Heather's side. I think it was rude of Sonja to not let them in and wait inside the house. I don't understand why they had to go wait out at Starbucks. I don't understand why. I still don't understand Sonja's logic for not letting them wait in the house. If the limousine wasn't outside, if it was cold, if it was like raining outside. I don't get why Sonja wouldn't let them in the house. But I'm so team Heather on this argument. I love Ramona and her like, I can't. I just love it. It's so iconic. All right, guys, coming at number 2, it's once again Heather. Heather was a beast this season, y'all. She was going at it with everybody. She was not putting up with no one's bullshit, all right? But this time she's feuding with Bethenny Frankel. This is when they're at the Berkshires at Dorinda's house, and Dorinda's having a party, and she had a whole buffet of food, and Bethenny couldn't eat it because she was allergic to, fish. And Dorinda was trying to find a substitution for Bethenny, and Bethenny was just like, get off my jock, get away from me. And for some reason, Bethenny's just being rude to Heather about eating. So Heather, took offense, of course, and they just went at it. Let's check it out.
Like, every time I say something nice to you, you're like, oh my God, I don't want it anyway. Don't give me this. Don't give me this.
No,
Don't give
because
me
I feel
that.
like you're trying to tend to me. We don't really know each other.
I can tell you what I want to tell you. Honestly, I can. Don't tell me how to talk. Don't tell me what to do.
I didn't tell you how to talk or what to do.
What I said.
I didn't tell you.
So that you're clear on what my intention
I don't need you to talk to me like that. I don't need you to don't
was.
sing. I don't want to do that. I'm not interested in this.
So be interested in Sonia. You don't have to be interested in me. Be interested in Sonia.
Okay, just get off me.
Right.
Back off, Heather. Just when Bethenny is like that, just back away.
Yes.
I'm not anywhere near you. I've never even been
disagree.
anywhere.
This is Dorinda's birthday. Can we calm down here?
She wasn't even actually paying
I just-
attention to us. Everybody knows she really wasn't.
What are you talking about?
She feels like I'm trying to tend to her, and that's frustrating or annoying to her somehow. So I won't tend to you.
Sometimes Heather goes from teaching to preaching.
Very
Bethenny
true.
wants to be her own solution. She wants to figure it out on her own. I don't want attention. I just want to breathe. I just want to let it be light.
That makes it sound like I'm suffocating you, and I don't even get it.
If I get into it, I will be laying on this floor sobbing.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into anything.
Yeah.
I just want the
Don't get
real
upset.
life.
Don't get upset. You know what's
You understand?
Just say respectful. Bethenny, I get that.
No, stop it. It's even about the grieving thing.
Right.
I just don't want to deal with it. And I chose to grieve a certain way.
I'd like to see.
I don't want to do that.
Just walk away for 1 second.
You're to walk away.
Okay,
She doesn't want to live it.
I just can't.
Bethany has 2 speeds, wound tighter than a top and crying. And you're never quite sure which one you're going to get.
Heather. Fine.
Well, I'm not trying to with you. It's not about this. No.
To Dorinda!
All right, guys. who side are you on? Vote above. I am on Team Bethenny on this one, and I'm never agreeing with that. I don't like Bethenny, if you don't know. I love her and I hate her. I have a love-hate relationship with her, right? But Heather was doing way too much. You know, Bethenny is an adult. She can, you know, she can go to McDonald's. You know, she doesn't need you to find food for her, Heather. Heather is just trying to be, I think Heather is just a mama bear, and she's just trying to be nurturing, but sometimes you can't nurture everybody, and you can't be a mother to everybody. Now, holla to that. Alright, so before we get to number one, I just want to go over some fights that I didn't put in this video. Like I said, there's so many fights where it was just all, like, it was so many fights to, like, put all in this one video. What didn't make it, and, oh, I'm gonna drop my paper. What didn't make it in this video is Sonja going crazy on everyone on vacation, where she's like, I'm not scared of you, you're scared of me, bitch. Well, she's going crazy on Bethenny and Dorinda, and no, she's Bethenny and Heather and LuAnn, because Ramona told Sonja that they're all talking behind her back, and she went crazy on them when they were on vacation. And then, oh, Sonja versus Bethenny, when Bethenny told Sonja, shut the fuck up. Do you guys remember that? I didn't put that in this video. Ramona and Kristen, when Ramona said, are you that dumb, to Kristen? That was also a good fight from this season. And then Bethenny versus Kristen, they actually went at it a couple times. And that was also entertaining as well. And then I told you the F you dinner with Dorinda and Heather. Like, it just was too many fights to think of, like what do I put in the top 5 fights? I'm sorry, guys. If you guys are mad with these choices, I'm sorry. And hopefully you're not mad with my number one choice. My number one choice is Bethenny versus Ramona. I think that this fight was so funny to me. This is when they were at LuAnn's house. This is like in the beginning of the season when they were trying to figure out where to go to brunch, and Ramona just went crazy on Bethenny because Bethenny wanted to host a brunch. And I think Ramona wanted to host a brunch, and they were just like, Ramona just went cuckoo on Bethenny. But it was so entertaining, it's so funny to me, and it just shows that, I think, in all honesty, the only person out of, like, I think that everyone is scared of Bethenny besides Heather. But, you know, Ramona's the only one also with Heather who's not scared of Bethenny. Everybody else is scared of Bethenny to me. Everyone else. And Ramona clearly shows Bethenny that she is the HBIC of the NYC. So my number one fight goes to Bethenny versus Ramona Singer.
Let's agree to go to brunch, and then we figure out where we're
It's
going.
my invite, so don't I?
Oh, you're inviting?
What does everybody actually really want to do tomorrow? Go out? Go in? We can come to my house. We can go to a restaurant.
I love her
What do
blazer.
I actually
So
want to
cute.
do?
We've never seen your house. We
So
know
come
your
over.
house.
Look.
You're coming over.
Look at Ramona.
Which is perfect.
Actually, you're not coming over. You're my guest. You're not going anywhere unless.
Look at crazy eyes.
What the hell was that?
What is that? Because don't take away my guests. I have 4 guests, and if you want to do something at your house, I think I'm the hostess, and I originally said, like,
Are you really saying this out loud right now?
Yeah, I didn't know you were hosting. No, I invited everybody for lunch tomorrow.
I did not know that she was signed up to your camp. I just asked somebody sitting here.
She's not coming over my house.
I didn't know that. What did you send me a memo? What are you out of your mind?
You didn't invite my guests to your house unless you'd run it by me. That's not polite. I'm sorry.
This is inappropriate brunch invitation behavior? I missed that chapter. Honestly, my next book is going to be Bitches Who Brunch.
Bethenny.
Oh my God, I don't want to do it. It's okay.
I sent an email out to everyone for brunch, but no one got it. So I haven't been feeling well, so I'm sorry.
All right.
No, seriously.
I'm sorry.
Let me say something to you.
Let's just start fresh.
No, you don't have to be sorry.
No, I am sorry.
No, I understand that you are.
And I thought they knew.
I want to say something.
apologize.
I really want to say something to you because I understand you're going through a ton of shit.
No, I'm not going through shit. Life is full of shit. I always go through shit. My whole life is full of shit, just like yours. But I work through it.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, sure, why not? You always do.
I don't really want to hang out with you. That's it. It's very straight. You're you're obviously going through something, and you're
I
acting
think you're going through something. You're acting weird. I'm perfectly fine. These are all my great friends. And all I said is, why would you have a brunch if I'm hosting a brunch?
It's fine.
And you said you didn't know, and you got offended,
I don't really
and you
want to
went
talk
crazy.
about it. I'm not interested in engaging you.
Well, you know what? And that's very immature. So you know what? I'm surprised. I thought maybe you grew up over this past year.
Maybe I haven't.
Well, I guess you haven't. So you know what? Let's get past it. Let's get past it, Bethenny. Take a deep breath.
I'm totally calm.
Fine,
I really
take a deep breath, Bethenny. Okay? Take a deep breath. Calm down.
All of a sudden, I was like in a straitjacket, and Ramona's like talking me down. I'm girl interrupted. She's like, okay, I know you're going through a rough time.
It's quite okay. It's fine, Bethenny.
Hi, pretty bird. I was like, I'm still the same me.
I think you're overreacting.
I know you do.
All I said was, why are you taking my guest away without speaking to me?
I know.
And I wasn't sure.
I know.
Bird. This part was so funny to me. It was so funny to me. Oh my God, it's so funny. You know what? I'm on team. After watching this video again, I understand why Ramona was like going cool, but her deliverance was so wrong. Like, she was hosting the brunch. She did, I guess she really, in her mind, thought that she was having a brunch the next day. And so when Bethenny said that she's having a brunch and she wants people over her house, Ramona's like, wait a minute, hold on. You're just really going to take away my friends or my guests from my brunch to your brunch? I get what Ramona was saying, but her deliverance and her, like, her explaining herself did not go, like, no, Ramona, no. But, I mean, I am a fan of Ramona Singer. I do like Ramona Singer. So, whose side are you on? Bethenny or Ramona's? Vote above. I'm going to say I am on Ramona's side. Because she's so entertaining, alright? Alright, there's so many fights with her and Bethenny this season that didn't make it in this countdown. When they're going at it at the fashion show, when they went at it with the rooms, when Ramona wanted to hold all the rooms until she saw all the rooms, and they decided to pick, and Bethenny didn't like that. There's so many Ramona and versus Bethenny moments that this to me was the most funny, entertaining one. So, I'm on Team Ramona. Ramona is so entertaining to me. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I'm gonna get so much hate for this. Sorry. Like, if there was no Ramona Singer, honestly, I don't really think that New York Housewives would have lasted for 12 seasons. That's just my opinion, alright? And I also agree with Bethenny. If there was no Bethenny Frankel, well, she wasn't on the show for years, so I guess that's not true. Yeah, I'm Team Ramona. Sorry. So did you guys enjoy my countdown? Did you agree with my top 5? Please comment below and let me know if you agree or disagree with anything that I said. So like I said before, this is part 2 of 5 videos. So next Thursday, expect another Throwback Housewives video from me. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. Please subscribe to my page if you haven't already. And while you're on my page, check out my other videos and let me know if you agree or disagree with anything that I said. Down below in the description area, under More Marcus, I put my Instagram and Twitter information, so go ahead and follow me, guys. That way you can send me a DM for any video requests that you have. I can't wait to talk to you all again. Bye, guys. I might.